Cornel West said so famously, America gets a cold, the Black community and the Hispanic community get the flu. That there is a reality of intensity with whatever afflicts this country that hits the Black and brown bodies. And all we're looking at now points to the deep structural problems, the deep inequities, and the deep racist infrastructure that so much shapes life in this country. As I was saying earlier, many of the people who have no choice, who have to drive the bus, who have to clean, they're not simply there with the nurses. When the nurses leave and they take off their dirty PPE materials, they clean them up. I mean, they're the ones having to mop the floor, and they have to go there. And they don't come home to a 3,000 square foot house where they can social distance. They come home to a 1,100 square foot house with a lot of people. And so the struggle here, I think, is to get people to actually now see what's always been in front of them. And Greg, the real challenge will be what structural changes can be made as we move forward. My great worry is that the desire to return to what was normal before, which was abnormal in terms of things we're talking about, the great rush to return to what was normal before will cause us to lose the significance of this moment. And that is, having healthcare that signals justice and not profit is what's key. And having dignity return to work so that people are seen as crucial to the job before the job is seen as crucial for people. And I think this is really important for us. And unfortunately, given this moment, the number of Black and brown people who have the virus and who are dying by the virus, especially in these nursing homes, I mean, this is an underreported fact, falls back into the same problem we've had. And that is, it's the problem that brought forward the slogan Black Lives Matter, is that the death of Black and brown bodies simply don't register in the collective psyche of this country enough to shock it. And I think the challenge will be for us to, even in the midst of this trauma, to invite people to enter more fully into the shock of having Black and brown bodies disproportionately sick and dying of this. And of course, as so many have said, it points to underlying healthcare issues, which I think is important to remind people of, but I tend not to want to talk so much about that because that tends to move away from the importance of agency here and the importance of understanding the structures that help to create those deep problems in the body.